Hi guys, I thought I'd make a video of my university Filofax. I've been using it for the past couple of weeks because I'm at university now and it's working really well. I did make a video earlier in the summer talking about it and I said I would come and show you how it was set up once I've been using it for a little while, so here we go. This is my A5 brown Kindle. I was intending to use my A5 Van der Spek, the one that's like a light brown colour, of the colour name that I cannot pronounce. It's Cuoio. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's such sort of squidgy soft leather. It feels very delicate, very sort of fragile, that I don't mind if it gets beaten up a bit, and I want it to sort of get aged and darker and show life, and I really want to use it in my job in the future, but I just think that the amount of abuse that this will go through, I don't want that one to get abused yet. I will let it get abused slowly during my career, but this one's going to get abused quite a lot over the next year because it's going to get books piled on top of it, it's going to get chucked into my bag, it's going to get carried around everywhere, I'm going to eat biscuits over it, you know, that sort of thing. So I don't really mind if this gets scratched because I bought it second hand and it was already a bit worn. It's a bit worn around the edges and dry on the edges. I've put moisturiser on it, but it hasn't made much of a difference, and there's a couple of nicks in the clasp here, but besides that it's really good condition. And if you know anything about the Kindle, you will know it has this great back pocket here, so if you undo the strap you have access to this big full length pocket on the back cover, and on the inside the traditional layout is just 6 credit card pockets, just normal fixed credit card pockets that are quite tight, and a full length pocket. But this is the one that I think I did a video on it where I modified it to have secretarial pockets. So it's got one big secretarial pocket and 3 little secretarial pockets. Those are the 3 top credit card pockets, whereas these back ones are just the way they used to be, so I can stick my student ID in there, for example, if I'm going around the library looking for books, and post-it notes and things like that. And so I'll show you the setup now. It's quite plain, it's quite simple. I don't like doing things too girly or too pretty, too decorated in my work binder, because this is my work binder. It's like I'm going to my job every day. We have 20 hours of lectures a week, and then you're expected to do at least 40 hours work a week, but I always do more. I think everyone does more. When essays are due in, you're working evenings and weekends. It's Saturday now and I've been doing my essay. I'm going to do it again tomorrow, and tomorrow's Sunday, so yes, we work evenings and weekends, and those students aren't lazy. So this is my work binder, and as such I don't have pretty things in it, I have functional things. Although this some of these dividers are sparkly, which is nice. You probably can't see it properly on the video, but they're sparkly, which is nice. But I don't really like this green. I just picked some colours. I didn't really choose specifically what colours I would have wanted. I might have had some pink in there if I had, but I just picked 3 out the pile. So I stuck this fly leaf at the front and stuck some post-it notes on it for some quick notes. And it sort of obscures the green. I'm not a big fan of green. So at the front, this is my notes section. I have my lectures section. So this is where I write all of my lecture notes, everything that, all the notes I take from lectures, tutorials, seminars, meetings, stuff like that. And then, because it's all on A5 paper, it stays in here in order, and then I take it out at the end of the week and scan it. I keep the original until the term has finished, until that module has finished, and then I've got the scanned copy, so I don't need to keep the original anymore, so then I can get rid of them, instead of what happened in my undergrad and my first MA, which was that I came home with thousands and thousands of pages of stuff. This time I'm going to scan it all and back it up, so I don't have so much to sort through. So there's just notes, notes, notes. And if I've done any homework in preparation for a class, I can stick this in just proceeding, where I will write notes about that class. So then I've got my notes, which is mainly stuff I was doing over the summer when I was just preparing for what the class would be like, with the course, just reading stuff, trying to find definitions and writing down things that I read in books. Then I've got my organisation section, which doesn't have much in it at the moment. It does have my Dodo, a CAD pad. I've sort of been developing how I'm using this. I did used to use, that's the blankest one. Look, my pen leaked. It's so annoying. It went on my Vanderspec, my brand new Vanderspec Touch Me. I've got nearly all the ink off now, but it was permanent ink. I used to use it so that if I had anything due in that day, I would write it down in this column, and then I would use the next 4 columns to write things to do. So for example, if I had only one thing to do that evening, I would just use one box, or if I had 4 things to do, I'd use all the boxes. And the left side would be for things that were due in. Because my old course was like, we had to do usually things for every class. We had to do read this article and write a summary of it, or write a report of it, make a presentation, read a couple of chapters, or write your opinions on something, go and find some sources, things like that. And this one, we don't seem to have a lot of that, because we have a lot more lectures. So basically, all I'm doing is reading and writing my essay. So instead of writing different things in each box, I'm basically using the boxes to write what I have to do for the essay. So for example, I might have 2 things in one box, or I might spread it over several boxes, and it's just basically just writing left to right. So it's not that one box is designated for one thing, except for the left hand side, which originally I was writing things that were due in. But as you can see, on that week I only had 1 thing that was due in, and then normally I don't have anything that's due in during the week. So instead, I've done 8 boxes, which represent the 8 hours of the day, 9 to 5, and I'd write in if I have lectures, and then I circle any time I don't have lectures, so that I know if I have only 1 hour spare, or 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, so I know how much work I can do while I'm on campus during the day. And then I've got I'm supposed to have other things in here like to-do lists, but I haven't really been doing that. There's my Just Read motivational page, sparkly. Yeah, so there's some more lists and things. And this is my work section. So I have it divided into essay and dissertation. I only have 1 essay due in at a time. I'm just about to finish one, and then I'll be starting my next one. So I have, you can stick little pieces of paper in here. This is from an A6 Vanderspec, so it fits on 3 rings, not 6. I break down my essay, what it means to me, how I interpret the question, what I'm sort of basically planning to do, any rules like how long it is, when it's due in, etc. And that's just like things like a plan, basic how I want to answer the question, and then some notes. So I have like book lists and things, and then my notes from those books. And then it goes into dissertation, which is an obviously ongoing project, which I will be finishing next spring and handing it in the start of summer. So yeah, that's it. And then I've got a reference section at the back here, but I don't really have anything in there, although I probably will do. It'll be things like phone numbers and email addresses for staff in the department, a glossary of terms that I don't really remember the definitions of, and that sort of thing. And then I've got this at the back here, this top loading envelope. Although it is useful, for actually putting things in, the main use of it is to stop the pages getting caught at the back of the Filofax, because they get caught in the rings if you don't shut it properly. Not too bad on this, but it was worse on my Vanderspec. So before I shut it, I just pull this tab and it makes it close much neater and the pages sit better. So there you go. There is my Filofax, and it lives inside my netbook bag. I don't have a netbook anymore, so this is a built NY netbook case bag thing. When it's travelling in my backpack, it lives inside here, and if I need to carry it on its own, I can put the strap on and just use it as a bag. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Bye.